Do you know the names of all the muscles and so forth?
No, actually I don't. I'm not that good with the actual anatomy like that. I was never, it's like reading the dictionary looking at those anatomy books because they just show the muscles in a natural, unflexed state. They're very stiff. You can learn how to do that, but when figures move, you don't see all those muscles like that. They change shapes and dimensions. So I was much more into an artist named George Bridgman, and his stuff dealt more with the shapes of body parts and how they interacted and how their interactions created movement within the character. So like this guy,
like
boom.
for instance.
All right, like for instance.
I'm going to keep you drawing.
Right, okay.
Sorry.
Like for instance, an arm. I can think of like, actually I do know some of the names, but you got the, well, I don't know what that is. I forgot. I've drawn a blank here. Here's the bicep. Here's the tricep. I think this is the deltoid. Is that right? I don't know. Then you got the forearm muscles here, and I've separated everything. And these are the shapes. And if you had to do one of those like computer design grids or something, you can sort of see what the shape. This is more like the biceps, more like a football, and this is more of like a sort of a triangular piece here.
And at some point you're going to draw lines and it'll come together and it's really going to look like something.
Yeah, they're like sausages and you stick them all together like that. So, you know, boom. That would be...
So when you're drawing this, are you thinking this?
Oh, all the time. I think I see, even though I don't have these grid lines, I see this shape as having a volume like that. And this having a volume like that. And it's very easy that way. Once you know the shapes and volumes, you can put them all together and you can do the complex foreshortening. Because, for example, if you had like a saucer, and then you had a, I don't know, round shape like this, and maybe like a cone shape like this, and a triangular thing like that, if you kind of stack these on top of each other and do an upshot of that, you can draw an upshot of anything, I mean, a human figure. Because basically the human figure is a series of different shapes like these put together. So let's put these all together and we'll do an upshot. So we'll see mostly the saucer from the bottom. We'll see a little bit of this. You know, draw through here for everybody. And then we'll put that cone up there and then the triangle on top. And create a little depth like that, right? So now if you can do that, you can do like a human face in perspective.
I could do the Mona Lisa once I get that.
You know, you find that break it down to the simple shapes like the cylinder for the head and the neck and whatever. And
now you're looking up at that face. This is under the chin, right?
Right, right. Kind of a...
Just want to impress everyone what a wizard I am in perspective.
All right, so you got that going. Give him some hair. Right, and to me, I see the triangular shape of this nose and the structure of the cheekbones. Like that, and the cylinder shape of the whole head and how the ears stick out here and the cylinder shape of the neck. Right, so if you can do something like this, I think it's a little more complex, but it's the same kind of ideas. And that way I can draw a head looking down on it, you know, because you have the nose just stick out like that. I can do it from the side, any angle I choose. And so in a sense, in my head, I've constructed the image, and then I can move my eye around the image and then draw it. Like if I have a side shot of a car, usually I can draw from any angle just by kind of extrapolating what the rest of the car looks like. So
it looks to me as if you can draw something and you could start at any point. I mean, if you want to draw a figure, you could probably start with the big toe and work your way up.
Yeah, probably.
Or with the ear and work your way down.
What I wouldn't recommend doing that without first putting
that little rough.
That rough, because that way, if you start with the toe down here and you draw, you might find that the head goes off the page. And that's a common thing with kids. They start drawing and without thinking about the space they're drawing in and whether the drawing is going to fit on that page or not.